Hi everybody, welcome to the breathing room. I am Kari, and we're here to bring you some more home video workouts. Our studio is open right now, so you might hear some noises in the background. We're here in our mat room with Hadley, you're one of your favorite instructors, and Iza, another favorite instructor. So we're lucky to have such brilliant minds and beautiful bodies to help us with this choreography that we've got going for you. So this particular series that we're about to embark on does include a little bit of cardio to get us moving and grooving and sweating just a little bit so that we can bring some vigor into a shorter time span. So we're looking at about 30 minutes for this workout or so. We're going to get started with a little bit of movement through the spine to get us nice and fluid. So I'll have you all start at the back of your mats. And we'll go arms lift up towards the sky, big inhale, and as you exhale, folding forward, reaching for your little pigs. Good. Soften the knees and curl up through the spine, one vertebrae at a time, taking it nice and slow. Big inhale to sweep the arms overhead. Exhale, big dive forward. Try to keep those hips stacked over the heels as you hollow out through the stomach and spine. Soften the knees and stack the vertebrae one at a time, right back up. Good. This time, inhale, arms come up overhead. Exhale, find a cactus. Good. And then inhale, lean back, squeeze the vertebrae together, a little healthy compression. Exhale, arms come all the way back down towards your mat. Good. Inhale here, pause, softening the knees. And exhale, curl up through the spine, one vertebrae at a time, ending here on a nice little shoulder roll. Good, very nice. All right, let's come onto your mat now. We'll face this direction. I want you to find a wide-legged second position squat here. We're coming down into the knees, trying to soften a little bit through the hips. Let's find a small tail tuck, melt the ribs down into your belly. Big inhale as we take that right arm, reach it overhead for a nice side stretch. Big inhale here, and exhale, allowing that arm to find your thigh, and then left hand comes overhead. Good, and we're just working here to stretch the spine. Good, let's find two arms stretched out by your side now, so coming back up to middle. This time as you exhale, bring your left hand down to the inner thigh, take your right hand overhead, and then we're gonna draw a circle behind you. So take a big extension stretch here. Bring that right hand down to your inner thigh. Good, left arm comes over. And exhale, we circle all the way around. Very good. Take a second if you need to grab your water, turn on your music. We're gonna get jumping now. So, is this gonna help me out by modifying a lot of these jumps and a lot of the movements that we're going to do in today's class? Hadley, you gotta do it all. All right, so we're gonna start off just a smidge wider than your hip width stance, toes pointed forward. If that's not comfortable for your knees, you're welcome to go to an external rotation here. Starting off low, hands are gonna go back behind you. You guys have 10 seconds to just stay here. We're gonna time this out for 45 seconds. Biggest inhale to get you started, and as you're ready, let's go ahead and jump. We take it up and down. Arms sweep up into the middle of your chest as you fly. Notice Iza's coming up onto the balls of her feet, still moving the arms, still getting that work through the legs. Squeeze in through the abdominals as you fly. Try to defy physics here. I want you to land with your belly before your toes hit the ground. We keep it flowing. You guys are doing great. I'm not gonna do it. Just joking. Good. Biggest inhales, biggest exhales. All right, guys, we're down to our last 10 seconds here already. You're doing great. Let all that air fly out of us for 3 and 2. Last one. Excellent job. There you go. Get it going already. All right, let's hit the mat for our ab circuit. So we'll lay down onto your mat for me here. Let's let legs stretch out away from you. Let the body settle down. Hands will reach shoulder width, shoulder height, right above you. Iza's gonna bend her knees here, so that's your modification. If you're feeling like straight legs aren't happening for you today, then go ahead and we'll allow some bend. Hands come up over your shoulders. Exhale, let's curl all the way up. If you need to use your arms here to help you get there, use your arms. Inhale, stack the spine. Exhale, curl into the bottom of the spine first. Pelvis tilts and we roll one vertebrae at a time. Good. Inhale, arms can go overhead. Find your neutral. Exhale, hands find the shoulder line and we curl up again, one vertebrae at a time. Good. This time I want you to exhale, come halfway back. Pause here. Inhale, lift the arms a few inches. Exhale, roll down the rest of the way. Good. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, hands come over the shoulders. Continue to curl up through your spine. Exhale, exhale, exhale. Inhale, pause. Exhale again, go halfway down. Pause there for me. Inhale, reach your arms. And exhale, take it the rest of the way down. Good. Once you've reached the bottom of your mat, inhale. Exhale, come all the way back up to seated. Very good. And then this time, as you exhale, we're gonna find that little shaky spot. Come back halfway. I want you to feel good in your back. So if knees bent means that that's your capability, or you can have legs straight for now. We're gonna take arms and exhale, pull them back. High row. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, bend. Good. Feel the shoulder blades come together before any movement of the arms happens. So I want you to find that melted shoulder coming away from the ear, and then right between the scapula, you find that engagement 1 nanosecond before the elbows come back. Very good. Inhale and exhale. How you doing, Iza? You're good? Nice. If at any time arms adding to this movement is counteractive for your success here, you just leave the arms straight out and just breathe. Let's go 3. Squeezing the shoulder blades together. Very good. That was 2. On that final 1, stay with me if you can. Keep that C curve. Reach the arms out long in front of you. Without moving the shoulders or legs, give me 1 more inch of scoop. Yes. Re-engage. Inhale, flip the palms towards the ceiling. Exhale, bicep curl. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bicep curl. If your back is not able to sustain this position here, no problem. Take a break, sit up tall, get a little stretch, and come right back into it when you're ready. Good. Every last drip drop of air leaves. I want you to slow the arms down so that you can fully empty the lungs. Keep your ribs melted in. Keep that scoop deep. It's like I'm coming at you with a hot poker. Sorry. Let's go for 3. Good. This is 2. Excellent. Last 1. Go ahead and sit up tall. You can lean forward, touch your toes. Forward fold here. Good. Inhale, let's stack your spine. Exhale, take it all the way down to the mat now. Very good. We'll lift your legs into tabletop, your head's on the ground. Inhale, arms come back over you, shoulder width, shoulder height. Exhale, head, neck, and chest lifts as the arms come down to hips. Pause here. Inhale, arms lift overhead as the legs extend away from you. And exhale, bring it all back together. You can circle the arms out wide if you've not had anything in your way, or you can just take arms straight up and down. Good. As a modification here, you can keep your head down onto the mat. And if you do that, find an imprint through your spine so that the lowest vertebrae of your spine are touching the mat. That might mean that your legs go a little bit higher up. You can still move arms, you can still move legs. Head, neck, and chest can settle though. Good. Nice. Let's go for 3. Little pop, pop. Good for 2. Well done, ladies. Let's go last one like this. Good. And then hug your knees into your chest. You can either set your head back down or hug your forehead close to your knees. Good job. All right, let's take those straight legs up to the sky for me now. Arms reach out to a T. Very nice. And then we'll just lift the right arm up to the ceiling. Good. And then let your right leg fall away from you. So the right leg's gonna fall away from you here. Head, neck, and chest will lift, and as you do that, reach for the outside of your ankle. Good. Very good. So opposite ankle. We'll let that right leg fall down. We're going to repeat the same side over and over. Exhale, curl up and reach for that outer left ankle. Good. Inhale, let the leg fall. Good. If you need to, exactly like Iza just did, keep your foot down on the mat. That's a great modification here. You can also keep your head down on the mat, or hand behind the head would be a nice way to hold you here with comfort. If you're using a mat, another great tool is to cradle your head with the mat like a little hammock. Good, and you can just work towards exactly bringing your rib towards opposite hip. Great job. Let's go one more on this side. And then let's pause with both legs up to the ceiling. Head finds the floor, arms open to a T. Big inhale. And as you exhale, we'll let that left leg fall now. Hand reaches toward the outside. Good. Inhale, bring it back to start. Good. Is this going to continue to modify for you guys at home if you need to take a peek, if something's not feeling right, or you need a little something extra? You've got these two beautiful ladies to give you those modifications as you see fit. Good. Biggest inhale as you exhale, we reach towards opposite ankle. Gorgeous. Let's go for 3. That's 2. Great job, guys. Go ahead and lay on the mat. Give yourself a rest here. Feet can find the floor. You can take a little windshield wipe with your knees, just from side to side. Very good. Arms are out to a T. We've got one more abdominal exercise here before we get back up to our jumps. Head is going to stay down for this one. You can bring the arms down by your hips. Legs will find a tabletop position. And then I want you to widen your tabletop or lengthen your legs just a smidge. So you can have a diamond shape, and then the knees are going to be a little bit more obtuse than your normal 90-degree bend. Hands will stay down on the mat. As you exhale, curl your legs back, hover the hips, pause for a second, and then try to set it back down. Good. It's an inhale to pause and exhale to lift the hips and hover. Good, and set it back down. Excellent. So with this particular movement, I'm asking everyone for a small imprint through your spine. Even as your hips come down onto the ground, you'll imprint your spine. Hadley's going to build onto this. So as she inhales, the hips come down and we're going to find a lower leg position with an imprint. And then exhale, we take it back up. Let's keep the shape of the legs the same. So no change in shape of leg. It's a little imprint through your low spine. Iza's just coming right back down to the hips and back up she goes. If you feel like your head wants to lift here, you can bring hands folded on top of your forehead. Good, let's go for 3. Stick with me though. This is 2. Next one, we're gonna work our best to hold your hovered position. Little toe taps a little higher towards my hand, up. Good, up. For 3, keep going, moving up. Good, reach, yes. Reach. Let's do 2 more because you guys got it now. And last one, go ahead and settle back down. Let your head just roll from side to side. Hands hug the knees. Yeah. If I had a rapper name, it would be Lil Crunch. Good. All right, you guys, we're coming right back up now. Excuse me. 45 seconds. Here we go. So back to that same move that we started with. If you're modifying this time, you didn't do it last time, Iza's going to show you again how to do that. We're rising up onto our toes. You guys ready to move? All right, take it down for me. Big inhale, let's go and jump. Good. Again, toes will come to a point, squeezing the glutes as you lift, finding that deep abdominal engagement. I want you to try your best to defy physics here. Think about jumping between a small space here, so 2 walls on either side. We're not falling forward, you're not falling back or side to side. We're staying really grounded and rooted through our mat. Toe ball heel to land, heel ball toe to take off. Imagine you're on that jump plate that we use in our reformer classes here. Landing soft. You guys are doing great. We're only here for another 3, 2, and 1. Settle back down. Good, nice little cardio burst there. Okay guys, we're gonna hit the mat again. Going into a side plank series. So let's start off, we'll bring your right hand down and your legs are gonna start folded like this. So just to get into this, take a second, slow your breath, feel confident in your position here. Fundamentals are always key. So if something's bothering you today and you feel like you need to modify, take a peek over here at Iza. You can always join us when you're ready. All right, so hand will start off laying on top of the knee. Biggest inhale as you lift the hips, stretch the arm over. Exhale, take it back down. Inhale, lift the hips, stretch over, gorgeous. Exhale, take it back down. Good. Instead of sitting your seat all the way down, I want you to hover or tap just a little bit. When you come down onto the mat, just a little quick hover and back up you go. As you lift, you're lengthening your hips forward, squeezing into your glutes. Keep the ribs melted down. Very good. For 3. Good. This is 2. And 1. Settle back down onto the mat for me for just a second. Now, Iza's gonna keep her left foot down in front of her right ankle, and we're gonna move into a side plank. So, most important feature here, if you're gonna be on your hand, I want your wrist directly under your shoulder. So make sure you've got the proper placement, or you can come down onto your forearm like Iza. When you're ready, we're gonna lift the hips, come into your full side plank position. Left arm reaches up towards the sky. Again, we find a small melt through the ribs. We dip the hips down 1 inch and up. Good, down and up. Pure drop down, pure drop up. It's not a hinge back through the hips or a push forward through the hips. It is, again, as though you were stuck between 2 panes of glass, and we're not gonna bonk into either side. Last one, hold your plank. Bring your left hand behind your head. Good, and we exhale, twist towards the floor. Good. Excellent, and twist. We've got 3. Well done, guys. This is 2. Exhale all the air. Good. Final 1, lay down onto your right side. Good. We come all the way down onto your right side. You can find your elbow, or you can lay all the way down on your mat. I'm gonna stay up on my elbow. We're gonna keep the legs stacked here, but then I want you to lift just that left leg. All right, as we get ready to go, right leg leaves the floor, squeeze the inner thighs together. Inhale, let it hover, so ankle won't touch back down. Good. If you are up on your elbow, I want you to feel like you're pulling that right waistline away from the floor. So if I'm there with you at your house, I'm pulling your ankle away from you. You're finding space and length between that left rib and left hip, meanwhile lifting up through your right waistline. Good. Nice work. Really squeezing inner thighs together, emptying out that vessel, that air as you squeeze. We're here for 3. Good. This is 2. Final 1, let both feet come back down. Right leg will stay on the floor, hips are stacked. Exhale, just the left leg. Good. You can use your left hand to support you from rolling forward, or you can take that left hand to your hip. Feel the bones stacked right on top of each other, as though I've got, I was going to be vulgar, a steak running through your hips. Good. Squeeze and lift. Tendency will be to want to roll away from this movement, to want to roll your hips open here. I want you to seriously try to find that stack. If you need to find a prop to put underneath you, that's great. That would be a nice squishy surface. Good. Next one, let's hold it at the top. Flex your foot. Drop it so that it's about in line with the body. Good. Take that foot forward for me. Bend the knee and reach it all the way back like you're pedaling a bicycle. Good. Sweep straight leg forward. Bend the knee and reach back behind you. Good. Nice. Yeah, Hadley's doing a great modification here, a little bit of a counterbalance for your body so that you don't roll forward or back. You can reach the left arm out and away from you. And Iza still got that nice modification, fingertips down onto the ground. Good. That bottom leg is staying super long and strong. Again, it's as though I'm pulling it away from you. And at the same time, you've got equal length out through the crown of your head. Even if you're holding your head, I want you to try to feel your neck lengthen, ears move away from the shoulders. Next time, let's reverse it. So we'll sweep the straight leg back, bend the knee, and kick forward. Good. Excellent job. Watch the hips here. You're gonna feel a lot of resistance to want to stay in that stacked position, but modify your range. If you can't keep the hip stack, it's a much smaller movement. Good. Next time your leg is out in front of you and the foot is flexed, pause, turn internal. So toes down, heels up, and we're gonna pulse up. And up, good, up. Yes, good, you should feel your glutes. That outer hip, outer glute area is burning up. Pull your belly back and in, ribs come back down. For 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and relax. Just let that left leg fall to the floor in front of you so we can get a little gentle stretch here. So you can take it outside of that right knee and let it move down towards the ground. Good. There you go. Excellent. Well done, girls. Okay, let's come up to seated, but we're gonna stay on that meaty part of your right glute. So you're gonna put that guy on the ground. Is this gonna be my modifier? So both forearms will sit down onto the ground and knees are gonna turn towards the right side. Good. If you're feeling frisky today, you will balance on your hips. You don't have to. You don't have to. Good. Let's inhale. Straighten those legs out so that they're coming out to an angle. And then exhale. Pull them towards your right armpit. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, bend. As you bend, again, it's like that hot poker's coming at your belly, hollowing out at the sternum, keeping the ribs deep down into you. Feel your elbows push you away from the ground if they're down. Hadley's going into the full expression of this movement, so you can move from a low canoe type pose into that boat pose. Staying twisted, so her shoulders are staying squared off towards the bottom of her mat, so she's squared off towards me, knees are at an angle. 2 more, guys, you're doing great. Well done, last time. And then fall back down onto your mat. You can lay on your back for just a second. Biggest inhale, biggest exhale. Before we move on to the other side, we're gonna get into some back exercises. So let's roll over onto your tummy. You can fold your hands and place your forehead down onto the mat for just a moment. We're gonna get started here. So anytime you're laying on your stomach, we talk about this often in group classes, you wanna feel your pubic bone push down into the mat and then feel your belly pull up and away from the mat like it's made of a sheet of ice. Good, ribs find the internal connection, and right here you should feel your abs fire up. Very good. All right, so then from here, keeping your hands on the ground for now, I want you to gently lift your spine into an extension. So we're gonna lift like you got a big junkyard magnet on your back, and exhale, fall back down. Inhale, contracting through the spine, pubic bone is pressing in, belly still pulling away. If you've got low back compression issues here, you can widen your legs to as wide as your mat or maybe even just beyond. Very good. Excellent. Iza's doing a great job modifying for you guys at home. Keeping your arms down is going to be your best option here. We can still feel that healthy compression of the spine. As aging populations go, as being a woman is concerned, we have to worry a lot about bone density and our bone density health. It's important that we move our spine in all directions, but if something doesn't feel great for you, then please modify at home or maybe just take a break and go into a child's pose. Bone-on-bone compression here is one of the best things we can do for our bone density health. The next time you are lifted into extension, please hold for me. Feel your legs heavy down into the mat Inhale, reach your arms out like Superwoman. Exhale, find a cactus. So pull your elbows down into your back pockets. Inhale, reach just the arms. Exhale, pull your elbows down into your back pockets. Good. Each time you exhale here, I want you to find some shrinkage through your waistline. So every time you exhale, it's like you're pulling your waistline together to pull those elbows down. Good. It's as though we are only moving from the upper portion of your arm. So from elbow to fingertips don't count. This movement is coming from that squeeze from the armpits. Very good. If your extension is bothering you, forehead can move down towards the floor. We're here for 3. Very good. This is 2. Good. And then that final one, fold your hands on your mat, lay your head down, push your pubic bone down, or find a child's pose stretch as needed. Good. When you're ready to join back in, we're going to keep going. Lay yourself back down onto the mat, onto your stomach. We're keeping the forehead down for this variation. Legs are going to fire up. So first we engage the legs by finding length. And then with your pubic bone still connected into the mat, we exhale, lift the thighs off the ground. Inhale, set it back down. Exhale, squeeze. Good. Inhale, set it back down. Head stays heavy into your hands. Belly is still engaged and pulled up and away from the floor. Good. Biggest inhale to find length. Exhale to find that fire. Good. Let me see 3. Good. This is 2. On your next one, I want you to find a place that you can hold. We will softly bend the knees and then fully straighten. Good. Just a soft bend and straighten. Thighs are picked up and away from the floor. Always allowed to go wider if you're feeling compression in your low back. A little bend through the knees and then a lot of length. Good. You got it, guys. Let's go for 4. And 3. Good. Lengthen up towards, yes, good, the ceiling. Nice. Last one. Gorgeous. And then let those legs fall down onto the ground. Push back into a child's pose stretch. Hips back to the heels, allowing all that length into your low back. Feel your tailbone heavy and your head heavy as well. Very good. All right, let's flip around. We're going to get the other side. So starting off with our side plank series, a little bit of warm up here first. We're going to be on your hand to get started. You'll fold your right knee so it's up towards the sky, and the right foot is planted in front of the left ankle. Very good. Let's lay your right hand out along the thigh. As you're ready, we will exhale, lift and stretch the hips forward, and then inhale, set it down to hover the hips just above the mat. Exhale, lift. If that breath doesn't feel intuitive, of course you have freedom here. You can reverse it. It might feel better to have a nice inhale for length and an exhale for control to come back down. Good. Inhale for me. And exhale. And feel it out here. Find out if you're in a position that can sustain shoulder health. Wrist underneath shoulder is where we're going to go for our plank, but for this move you might have a little bit of a farther reaching stance. Good. 2 more times for me, girls. Good. And then that next one, go ahead and sit down on the floor for just a beat. Excellent. So if you're modifying at home, you can keep that right foot planted on the ground just where it is. Forearm can come down or hand can be down, whatever feels good. Hadley's got a little shoulder issue, so this is a perfect modification for her. As you're ready, we will lift the hips and come into your side plank. Right arm reaches up towards the sky. We dip the hips down a couple inches. Exhale to lift. And again, let's think like game of operation here. So if you back up those hips or reach the hips too far forward, you're going to set off the buzzers. We want to keep that control through the belly. Ribs down, belly pulls back and in towards the spine, tailbone is long and strong. Gorgeous. 2 more times for me. That next one, hold your side plank. Feel that right hand come behind the head. Exhale, we twist towards the floor. Inhale, lengthen back towards you. Good. Nice job, guys. You can always drop that bottom knee back down to the floor if you're just out of gas here. No problem. Let's go for 3. Good stamina, girls. 2. On that final one, set your left hip down, give yourself a rest. Very good. We're coming into our sideline work here. Right hip, right glute, getting the love. So you can be down again onto your elbow. If you're doing that, feel and find your waist up and away from the floor. Feel your right side open and express itself towards the ceiling. We'll take your right leg up and then left leg squeezes. Inner thighs are doing the work. Again, just like our previous work that we did with the arms, I want you to imagine that the bottom of your leg is just going along for a ride. So from knee to ankle and toes, that's not doing the work here. It's coming right from that top of the leg. Thigh bones squeeze together. Thigh bones squeeze together. As much as you feel comfortable here, if you're having any discomfort, you could try bending the knees. Good. If your hips and every side is a little different, if you're feeling the need for a little extra cushion, go ahead and take the time now to get that. Good. Nice job, guys. Biggest exhale, keeping the hips stacked. 2 more. Good. Bring bottom leg to meet the top. Bottom leg to meet the top. On that final one, let the bottom leg fall, let the top leg fall. Big inhale here. Exhale, we lift. Only moving to a height where your hips are not crunching towards your ribs. So that might mean that you're not going up nearly as high as you once thought. And also we're keeping length here in the leg. So if you feel and see that you've got a crease going on in your hip, I would minimize range and back those legs up just a smidge. Okay, I'm coming for you. Good. Again, we're gonna feel length out through the toes. All the while, we've got length also going out through the crown. Good. Let's go for 3. Back it up a little bit for me. That's 2. 1, we'll bring it to body line. Flex your foot. We're gonna go for a bike ride. Take it forward, bend the knee, and reach it back. Good. Keeping the hips stacked. Keeping the leg at the same height the whole time. So when you go forward, it's not dipping down. When you go back, it's not lifting up. We're keeping it on that plane. Great modification. Reach your right hand out in front of you in case you're finding that balance is a little troubling. Good. Biggest inhales. Biggest exhales. Hand on the floor if you want a little extra support, but let that arm be active. It's not just loosely hanging out. Fingertips pressed down. Let's reverse your direction here, guys. So we'll kick forward, sweep straight leg back, bend the knee, and kick forward. Ribs are melted down into the belly. Hips are staying stacked. No wiggling from side to side or front to back. Very good. Let's go 3. Length out the crown of the head. Good. Excellent. That next time your leg is extended in front of you, flex the foot, internally rotate. We take the heel up and up. Good. Up and up. Belly's pulled back and in. Very good. Lead with the heel. Up and up. For 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and just rest. You can let that right leg sweep in front of the body for a little piriformis stretch. Good. Last thing on this side, we're going into our oblique teasers. Good. So you'll start on that meaty part of your left glute. If you're keeping the elbows down, I still want shoulders squared off towards me. So that means that the angle that the knees are leaning might not be huge. That's okay. We're still going to get that oblique work. As you're ready, we inhale, stretch the body. Exhale, bring knees towards that left armpit this time. So inhale, lean back. Exhale, crunch. As you crunch, even if you're on your elbows, I want you to feel that extra inch of scoop. So you're tucking deep down into your pelvis, rounding deep down through the ribs, and belly comes in, hides underneath. Good. Shoulders are staying squared off towards the bottom of your mat, but knees are moving to the side. We're getting those obliques nice and fired up. Good. Let's see 3 more like this. Good. If you've not tried the full expression of the movement, go ahead and maybe try it for your last two. Good. And one. And done. Go ahead and sit up for me. You can take your feet together, knees apart, excuse me, and then just lean forward and give your toes a talking to. Excellent job, guys. Let's come on up to standing. Our third and last HIIT circuit here. So 45 seconds. We're going to do our little jumps. Same thing that we've done a few other times. If you're feeling like, holy smokes, Kari, no more jumping, just move to your toes and move your arms with me. All right, guys, we're going to get started in 5 seconds. Arms go back, and let's go ahead and jump. Toes leave the ground with effortlessness. You are springing off the glutes. So you're sinking down, of course, using those quads to get you moving. And then exhaling, pointing the toes, leaving heels first, and then toe ball heel to land. Toe ball heel to land. Good. Toe ball heel to land. Toes are on the floor. They're rooted if you're modifying, but arms are swinging just as much. That's going to help get our heart rate up just a smidge. 10 more seconds, guys. Doing great. Fullest, deepest breath. I know it's getting to that end of class here. We've got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Settle back down. Walk it out. Walk it out. I turned the fan on for you, but sound. All right. Last little bit here. We're going to get some arms with a little bit more legs. So shake it out as we find the back of our mat. Good. All right, guys. This is our X long lean line class here. So we're going to start off with your arms reaching out to the side. And before we even get going, we're going to start flipping the arms up and down. Palms up, palms down, palms up, palms down. Feel your structure, feel your trunk. I want you to find perfect form here with ribs melted in, belly engaged, and hips perfectly stacked over top of the knees. Keep moving through the arms. This is like a pat your head, rub your tummy kind of thing here. We're going to take the left leg out, both knees bent. Tap your right knee to the floor. Keep flipping those palms, and up we come. Let's switch sides. Right knee. Good. If you've got the range, tap your knee. If you don't, modify. That's what we're here for. Good. Again, ending with this little burst of cardio to finish you out for your day. Good. Nice movement here. A little reminiscent of the work that we do on the core line. So thinking like our curtsy lunge or our 90-90 lunge. Good. Alternating feet. Finding a tall structure in between. Very good. Let's go for 3. And 2. Keep flipping your hands for me. Next one, come back up to standing. Keep flipping your hands. We're going to move just that right knee out, but don't touch your left knee down this time. All right? So from here, let's pause the flip, and we're going to take those arms forward as we come down a little deeper and lift back up to T arms. Go. We take it forward and up. Little pulses down and up. You're not going full range here, so you're never going to get a fully straightened leg. Good. Keeping those ribs melted down. If your knees are not working for you right now, if they're feeling a little cranky, then you absolutely can minimize the range here or just work the arms. No problem. Good. Arms are starting to feel a little heavy, getting a little burn through the shoulders. Excellent job. Let's go for 3. Good. And 2. Excellent job. 1, come back to standing tall, go back to your flip. We're going to switch the arms up, but we're not going to let them drop. If you have to let them drop, drop them. No big deal. But we're going to keep it up if we can. Excellent job. All right, left foot comes forward. We come down. Again, we're going into those small range pumps, but this time I want arms to bend to a cactus. Good. As you go down, squeeze your shoulder blades together. As you come up, bring your elbows towards each other. So full range here. Whatever that looks like for you. Good. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Bring the shoulders away from the ears. Keep those elbows lifted as high as your shoulder line. If possible, I know they're burning. Good. Nice work, ladies. Feeling the burn. Let's go for 3. Excellent job. This is 2. Good. If you can keep your arms up, but step back. Both feet. Just keep that cactus position. If you want a little breather, of course, you can let your arms come down. Otherwise, we're going to step your right foot forward. And then coming into a warrior 3 type position, we want that left leg lifted behind you. Find your balance. Arms go back by your hips, but hands come up higher than your bottom. Good. Then from here, we're going to pump the arms up, squeezing into the triceps. Working towards a parallel body towards the floor. So that means face is looking at the floor and that left leg is lifted as high as the torso. Good. Now let's slow it down. Next time your arms reach up, pause. You'll bend into the knee. As you lift the leg, your hands come back to that start position. Good. Is this doing a great modification? So left toes can absolutely stay on the floor here. If you're feeling like balance is a little wonky, or you've got an ankle injury, or anything that would prevent you from being in the full expression of the movement like Hadley, toes on the floor is great. Good. Let's go for 3. Good, and 2. We are almost done, you guys. So close. Last 1. Arms go back to a T. Let's flip your palms, come back up to standing. Reach them out to a T. We are almost done with those arms. Woo, I told you guys you were going to sweat. All right, guys. Last side. We are almost there. Let's take your left foot forward, and then leaning into that warrior 3, bring your hands behind your body. Good. We're going to start off by bending at the elbows and pressing up towards the sky. Bend and press. Good. Bend and press. Keep your elbows elevated, no dropping through the arms. Now, as you bend your elbows, bend your left knee. And as you straighten the arms, straighten your leg. Good. Awesome. And if you're modifying, you can still stick with Iza. Foot down on the ground is a great option here. Really find and squeeze your tricep. We are almost there, I promise. I know I said it was going to be a 30, more like 45. Last 2. Good. And last 1. You are done. I'm so proud of you. I can't thank you enough, Hadley and Iza, for being here and working through this. Y'all did great. Come back and see us soon. We are always here for you. Well done. Please go get some stretches in and enjoy the rest of your day. Take care.